Joshua Malik Childress, born June 20th, 1983. Today's feature, Josh Childress burst onto the basketball scene as a versatile, athletic forward with a unique playing style that combines shooting, rebounding, and defensive skills. As a 6'8" forward with a 7-foot wingspan, Childress seemed tailor-made for the NBA, and his impressive college career at Stanford University only added to his appeal. He played 3 seasons for the Cardinal, where he was known for his scoring, rebounding, and smooth offensive game. He was a standout in his junior season, averaging 15.7 points and 7.5 rebounds per game, and he earned the Pac-10 Player of the Year award, a rare honor that highlighted his potential. In the 2004 NBA draft, he was selected 6th overall by the Atlanta Hawks, joining a franchise looking to rebuild around young talent. His arrival in the NBA sparked immediate intrigue, largely because of his unorthodox appearance, playing with an iconic afro hairstyle and a skinny but agile frame that allowed him to glide up and down the court with finesse. Childress was expected to be a foundational piece for the Hawks, and in his rookie season, he proved to be a reliable role player, averaging 10.1 points and 6 rebounds while shooting over 52% from the field. The future seemed bright for Childress, and his unique skill set looked like it would translate well to the NBA's evolving style, which increasingly valued versatile, athletic wings who could defend multiple positions and contribute on both ends of the floor. However, despite his initial promise, Childress's NBA career took an unexpected turn. After 4 productive seasons in Atlanta, he made the bold decision to leave the NBA and sign with Olympiacos, a top team in Greece's EuroLeague in 2008. This choice was seen as groundbreaking at the time, as he became the first notable NBA player to leave for Europe in his prime, largely for financial reasons. Olympiacos offered him a 3-year, $20 million contract, untaxed and with additional perks like housing and a car, making it a more lucrative option than anything the NBA could offer at the time. Childress's move was seen as pioneering, but also raised questions about his long-term NBA prospects. While he had hoped that playing overseas might enhance his career, his NBA journey stalled after his return. Childress struggled to find consistent roles on teams, and his playing time and influence diminished. This unexpected decline led to a career that, while interesting and unique, fell short of the potential many believe he had when he first entered the league. Today, fans look back on Childress's career with a sense of what could have been. His journey provides a case study on the unpredictability of NBA success and the impact of every decision made on and off the floor. What happened? Let's talk about it. Salute to Soul Scarce on IG for this request. It's your boy JC Stunted Growth. Let's get it, man. Take a minute to like, subscribe, and comment on who I should do next. Josh Childress was a 6'8" small forward shooting guard from Harbor City, California. Growing up in Southern California, he was immersed in the competitive basketball culture and emerged as a top high school talent, eventually choosing to attend Stanford University. At Stanford, Childress flourished, showcasing his skills as a smooth, athletic forward with a knack for scoring and rebounding. He led the Cardinal to successful seasons and even earned the prestigious Pac-10 Player of the Year award in 2004. His draft stock soared, and he was selected 6th overall in the 2004 NBA draft by the Atlanta Hawks, joining a team looking to develop young talent. Childress's NBA career started well with the Hawks, where he quickly established himself as a solid role player. But soon, unexpected challenges and pivotal decisions would lead to a career that didn't match his early promise. Stunt number 1, transition to Europe. One of the biggest turning points in Josh Childress's career came when he shocked the basketball world by leaving the NBA for Europe. In 2008, after 4 seasons with the Atlanta Hawks, he signed a 3-year, $20 million contract with Olympiacos in Greece. Back then, this move was unheard of for an NBA player in their prime, especially one with a solid NBA role. Olympiacos offered Childress perks the NBA couldn't match at the time: tax-free income as mentioned, housing, a car, and financial security he wasn't finding in Atlanta. For Childress, it seemed like a no-brainer financially, but from a career perspective, it was a gamble that didn't fully pay off. Once in Greece, Childress quickly realized that European basketball wasn't like the NBA. The EuroLeague style was more physical with a slower pace, intense defense, and a team-oriented focus that didn't play to his natural strengths. Instead of being a versatile scorer and defender, he was forced to adapt to a system where his skill set didn't shine as brightly. Meanwhile, his visibility and influence in the NBA faded, leaving him somewhat forgotten back home. The transition wasn't seamless, and by the time he returned to the NBA in 2010 with the Phoenix Suns, he found himself out of sync with the game he'd left. The NBA had also changed while Childress was away. The league had moved toward a faster pace, emphasizing three-point shooting and spacing, areas where Childress was never a standout. In his absence, he missed out on critical development that could have kept him competitive in this new style. By the time he rejoined the league, he struggled to fit back in, and his playing time and production sharply declined. Childress's choice to play in Europe might have brought him financial rewards, but it effectively ended his momentum in the NBA. His decision while pioneering disrupted a career path that could have led to something greater had he stayed. Stunt number 2, fitting new NBA roles. When Josh Childress returned to the NBA, he found himself facing a league that was evolving fast and not necessarily in his favor. The NBA was shifting toward a style that emphasized outside shooting, particularly from the three-point line, and required players in his position to stretch the floor. For Childress, whose game was built on cutting to the basket, mid-range scoring, and defense, this shift posed a problem. He was never a consistent three-point shooter, and the role of the versatile mid-range wing was becoming less valued in the modern NBA. As teams redefined what they needed from wing players, Childress struggled to find a role that suited his skill set. The Suns, who signed him after his return from Europe, were looking for floor spacers and perimeter defenders, but Childress couldn't provide reliable outside shooting or the defensive versatility to guard faster, smaller players on the perimeter. His skill set, once a unique blend of scoring and rebounding, now seemed out of place, and he couldn't adapt to the new demands the league placed on his position. Without a clear role, Childress became a bench player, receiving limited minutes and struggling to regain his confidence and rhythm. While he could still bring energy, he wasn't able to showcase the full range of his abilities in such a restricted role. As he bounced between teams, it became evident that the NBA had moved on from his style of play, leaving him without a niche to call his own. In the end, this mismatch between Childress's game and the NBA's changing landscape played a major role in his career fizzling out. Unable to find a way to fit into the league's new priorities, he gradually saw his impact and influence diminish. Stunt number 3, injuries and athleticism decline. Another key factor in Childress's underwhelming NBA career was a series of injuries that affected his athleticism and limited his availability. During his time with the Suns, he dealt with nagging injuries, including a broken finger that affected his shooting and ball handling ability. While he was known for his agility, quickness, and above-the-rim style of play, these injuries started to take a toll on his body, diminishing his effectiveness on the court. For a player like Childress, who relied heavily on his athleticism, even minor injuries could significantly impact his performance. Additionally, as he aged, Childress's once exceptional athleticism began to decline. His leaping ability, lateral quickness, and agility, which had been his assets early in his career, were diminished after his return from Europe. The NBA is a league that increasingly favors young, athletic players, and Childress found it difficult to compete at the same level he once had. This decline limited his impact on the floor and made it challenging for him to secure a meaningful role on an NBA roster. As a result, no NBA team could see the value, leaving fans wondering how his career might have looked if he had stayed healthy and remained in the NBA throughout his prime years. All in all, Josh Childress's NBA journey is a tale of unexpected challenges. He entered the league as a promising young forward, displaying the versatility and skill set that seemed perfect for a long, productive career. However, his decision to play in Europe, coupled with the NBA's evolving playing style and his own injury struggles, curtailed his ability to make a lasting impact. Although he made a significant mark by becoming one of the first prominent NBA players to sign with a European team in his prime, his move overseas ultimately complicated his NBA career trajectory. Childress's story highlights the impact of pivotal career decisions and the way circumstances outside a player's control, like injuries and league trends, can shape an athlete's career. While his NBA tenure may have not reached the heights expected, Childress remains an influential figure for his bold choices and unique path. He opened doors for players considering overseas options, making him a trailblazer even if his NBA career didn't go as planned. Today, he is remembered as a versatile forward who took risk and adapted to new environments, embodying both the ambition and unpredictability inherent in a professional sports career. Salute, much respect, but for these reasons, his growth was stunted. It's your boy JC Stunted Growth, and I'm out.